Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for Monday the 13th of December going through until Sunday the 19th of December 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today, and we're at the end of 2021 here. Amazing. I'm going to give you a rundown of what is going on this week. So I'll go through each day to see what the planets are doing and what relationships they form amongst themselves, what energy that brings up, and how you can align yourself with the positives in order to avoid some of the negatives and some of the pitfalls. The thing that jumped out at me quite strongly when I was writing this horoscope is that there's a strong opposition between a need and a desire to be comfortable and to enjoy your surroundings and to be at home with family and to feel supported. And on the other side of that, there's this desire to go on adventures and to experience something new and to do something that's meaningful on your own. So there's a push and pull between those two kind of desires. And at the beginning of the week until Wednesday, the home is very much a focus and you'll be interested in adapting your environment. Later on in the week, so Thursday until Saturday, the pace really picks up and you're looking at the future and what you can do by yourself. And then on Sunday, you really hit a wall with that, with Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity, going into retrograde. So I'll have a look at all of that, but it's an interesting week where you start off very, very slowly and then pick up the pace as you move along. But then you have to be a little bit careful that you don't have this rude awakening when Venus does go retrograde. So let's have a look at how to make the most of this. On Monday, the 13th of December, we've got the moon in Aries forming a square with Pluto and Venus in Capricorn. So the Aries moon is going to give you a sense of, yes, I can do it. I can do it on my own. It's important that I make a fresh start, that I look to the future, that I overcome obstacles, and I really ask myself what is important. So the Aries moon is revved up, it's fiery, it's purposeful, and it's saying nothing is going to stop me because if I want to make it happen, I can. There's friction between this moon with Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, and Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity. Both of them are in the earth sign Capricorn, which is often associated with the worker. So with this connection here between these three, there's a strong desire to kind of roll up your sleeves and to say, I can make changes if I want. I'm free to do as I please. The Aries moon then sextiles Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's the planet of good luck, good fortune, and it's always expanding. It's like a balloon. In Aquarius, it's in an air sign that has to do with teaching and learning. So Jupiter is very easy to kind of share its good luck here in this placement. And the sextile is a harmonious connection between the Aries moon and Jupiter. So if you say, I am going to do something on my own, and what is important to me right now, Jupiter kind of swoops in and gives you lots of good ideas and gives you the opportunity to do something with those ideas. The moon also trines the sun in Sagittarius. That's where a lot of this need for adventure comes from. Sagittarius is the centaur, so half horse, half man. He's got his bow and arrow. He's always pointing it at something and then galloping after it. So that's really, the sun is your conscious identity. You're in the mood for a hunt, like I want to set some goals and then I want to make those happen. I want to see once I get there what my life looks like. So there's a sense of wonder that's available to you and a sense of I can dream about my future and what can I do with that in the here and now. So it's good to kind of imagine what's coming up, to brainstorm, to get some new ideas going. Mercury enters Capricorn on Monday the 13th. So Mercury is the communication planet. When it's in Capricorn, it's very serious. It's grounded, it's practical, and it says, okay, how can I be productive? And what is a constructive frame of mind? How can I be good and useful? How can I make a contribution? And how can I get somewhere through my work? So very sober and neutral, and ultimately ask the questions, what's the use in this? Before we have an argument or we undertake this, what's the outcome here? It's very, very practical. Also, Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive and ambition, that enters Sagittarius. So Mars is the red planet. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so that really heats things up here already at the beginning of the week. So Mars is going to say, in Sagittarius, I want to have experiences that are just my own. I want to see different parts of the world. I want to study new things. I want to listen to the insights of other people and learn about different cultures. I want to broaden my horizon, basically. You can do that spiritually, through education and meditation, practically through travel. So, with this week, with the kind of dichotomy between home life and adventure, being there all week, if you do have the opportunity to go somewhere new this week, please take that, because you'll get a lot out of it. A lot of these energies are very much about making your experience of life bigger. So on Monday the 13th, you may get into the holiday spirit, and you may also want to purchase things to make your home feel more festive. It's all about appearance and the way things look and the way they make you feel. So you're interested in design, generating a positive atmosphere, and creating a comfortable environment. So you're a homebody here, and a very creative one. There may also be a sense that celebrating in a big way will work as a way of manifesting an abundant future. It's interesting, you're tapped into this idea of ritual. If I demonstrate a good time via a party and abundance with all the food that's laid out, then it's almost like I'm putting a stamp on my reality saying I am abundant, I can make this happen, and therefore I will make it happen in future. So there's a sense of the new year and what's coming up in 2022 that kind of descends on you on the 13th. So you're looking ahead very much. And engaging in those kind of rituals, that's important on Monday, because if you make it happen in a real world sense, then personally you may believe it. So it works from the outside in, which is interesting. Usually it's the other way around. I think positively, therefore I have positive results. So anything that's symbolic or that has some sort of physical aspect to it, that's going to really appeal to you. So redecorating, but also doing things like reading tarot cards, and looking at the symbols in your life, like numbers, if they mean something to you, look out for those. They're going to guide you. So again, it's the external guiding you on an internal level. Yeah, so some people see number patterns when they look at license plate and they're driving, and those are meaningful, or the clock is always on the same thing. You may see images that are very meaningful to you, or colors which represent certain ideas or emotions. So just look out for signs here. On Tuesday, the 14th of December, we've got the moon going into Taurus at 11 minutes past 9 in the morning. So the moon in Taurus isn't so focused on getting ahead. It's focused on what is fixed in your life and how you can improve and build on that. So the Taurus moon is very much interested in the way things look, and that things are comfortable, and that there's enough money in the bank account to maintain that comfort. And the appearance, all of those things is very important. The Taurus moon conjuncts Uranus in Taurus, so you may want to change things up in a profound way. It squares Saturn in Aquarius, so you don't want to be stifled by other people's views and rules and regulations. It trines Mercury in Capricorn. In fact, you're responsible, you're capable, you want to work on something by yourself in the way you see fit. So Tuesday, the saying, if you want something done, do it yourself, is going to appeal to you very much. And it also quincunxes Mars in Sagittarius. This sense that I want to experience something exciting and new, but also I want to build for my future. So you're very much a homebody, but you're thinking about what's coming up, and it's almost like you're building a nest that you can use to kind of prepare for a future and then enter it in a very comfortable, relaxed way. So on Tuesday, you do focus on comfort, beauty, and security. That focus becomes way more intense. You may feel somewhat insecure about upcoming changes and may want to resist these by talking to people who you know are going to agree with you, regardless of what you say. Okay, so you will want people to echo your sentiment. Today, it is important to get an honest opinion on Tuesday the 14th. Don't surround yourself with yes men, but really, if you're trying to suss something out, then make sure that you get objective feedback. Working on areas of your life that feel problematic, that is important on Tuesday, because you're able to make so much progress that you can resolve those issues rather than to have them hanging over you. and to give you a sense of looming dread. So you're able to clear things in a practical way on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the 15th of December, we've got the Taurus moon now forming a conjunction with Uranus and Taurus. So that means they sit together and blend their energies together. So the Taurus moon is this sense of life is beautiful. And I'm going to have a cup of tea out of some porcelain china, not just any old mug. It's really like appreciation for the little luxuries in life. Uranus is the eccentric and the chaotic and upheaval and the miraculous and the unexpected. And in Taurus, it's saying, you know what, you can make anything occur in this lifetime. It really opens up your perspective and says, you know, a lot more than you realize is genuinely possible for you. So I like that. I get that you have a huge sense of faith in the goodness of the universe, and that if you try and make changes, that goodness is going to slip in somewhere and is going to create a magical future. And it feels very positive and optimistic, but also accurate and believable. So you should act on these ideas. It also sextiles Neptune in Pisces. So Neptune in Pisces allows you to use your imagination in the way it's meant to be used to create a wonderful future, to think outside of the box and to generate something unique. So Neptune is the water planet, right? Pisces is a water sign. And then Taurus is earth. Both earth and water are feminine, and they're about adapting what is. So water is about connecting with source and listening to what it's trying to tell you. And earth is about saying, okay, I see what this is. I'm hearing you. I'm receiving it. How can I tweak it to make it better? So on Wednesday the 15th, you may want to enjoy the comfort that you've been working to create on Monday and Tuesday, but you'll also be able to make things more comfortable. And that's in your environment, but also in your relationships and the way you operate in your life. It's also, Wednesday is simply a great day to recharge your batteries, to relax and to dream big and to let your imagination guide you. So Wednesday is kind of like okay, take a moment to gather your ideas and to expand your mindset and to let these amazing things come in. And that's really the turning point of the week now, I think, where on Thursday we're seeing things heat up much more, and you are looking to experience new things, but you're also looking to create something that stems from in here. So I like this week. It's very earnest. You're very much on top of your game. You're very much invested in your own life and how you experience it. So the one thing I haven't mentioned really is other people and being charitable and being of service. So if you're thinking about, you know, what presents should I get people with the holidays coming up, then the astrology so far isn't really very interested in that. You're going to have to come up with those ideas deliberately and use Neptune to say, okay, let's use the imagination to pick a good gift here. The default setting of this energy is more about you and how it can help you. Thursday, the 16th of December, we've got the Taurus moon now forming a square with Jupiter in Aquarius. So do I secure things and keep them cool? Or do I really brainstorm and have amazing new ideas and invent new things? So Jupiter and Taurus are very much at odds with one another. No, they're not at odds with each other. They're just, they represent two very different energies. The Taurus moon trines Venus, the planet that rules Taurus, and that's in Capricorn, and it also trines Pluto in Capricorn and quincunxes the sun in Sagittarius. Okay, so this quality of, I'm just dawdling around at home and pottering around and cleaning the kitchen and watering the plants and stuff, that's now under pressure. The other planets are saying, okay, enough with this. We really want some action here. We don't want you to just sit at home and design and chill out. We want you to create, we want you to make some changes, and we want you to look to the future. So things really shift. What also shifts this even more on Thursday is that the moon goes into Gemini at 9:43 in the evening, and Gemini is about going through doorways that lead to new chapters of life. It's not about maintaining the status quo. It's about being optimistic and looking at things that can delight you and enchant you. The Gemini moon opposes Mars in Sagittarius, and that's very interesting, because the Gemini moon makes you optimistic, emotionally available, communicative, fun-loving. And Mars in Sagittarius makes you ambitious and driven. So the combination of those two, I think, is good and puts you in a very positive, light space where you feel you can go in whatever different direction you want. So you're very adaptable and flexible here. So on Thursday, the pace really does pick up. And there'll be a lot to do in terms of running errands and paying your bills and taking care of business. A lot of chattering, a lot of people demanding things of you. You may see a way to improve your working life, either by spotting an opening or seeing the right job ad or coming to the decision that you want to start your own business. Your personal sense of optimism matches your sense of ambition, and you can make an amazing fresh start today. And that's important to do on Thursday the 16th because Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity, goes retrograde on the 19th of December, so on the Sunday, and stays in retrograde until the 29th of January. Venus doesn't retrograde every year, and when it retrogrades, it's a big deal. It's not a good idea to fall in love or to, I mean, if you can help it, right? Or to start a new business, which you can help, or to plan the wedding, or to set up a new thing for the celebration. Doing something that already exists and seeing it through, that's okay. But coming up with something completely new, that the idea around that is, I love this and I want to do something amazing with it. Venus in retrograde isn't ideal because it will appear to be what you want, but then the actuality is very different and it's often very disappointing. I always just think about Venus retrograde. In 2017, I met someone during a Venus retrograde and it totally broke my heart. It was a nightmare. It took me ages to get over it. So you're warned, okay? I take Venus in retrograde very seriously. So of course, life can't stop, but if you can tweak things around a little bit so that you're not doing the business launch on the 19th or 20th of December, that would be a good idea. So Thursday is still a time when you can do all of these things, so try and fit them in before the retrograde, which is almost like 6 weeks. So it's a long time. Friday the 17th, we've got the Gemini moon trining Saturn in Aquarius. So you align with what already exists out there, information that already exists in the public, and you're able to tap into these resources of wisdom that other people have come up with. The Gemini moon also sextiles Chiron and Aries. So your part in it is very important to you. You're self-interested in a good way. You're interested in how you can move forward with your life. The Gemini moon also quincunxes Mercury in Capricorn, which makes you very practical, and which says, if I want to achieve these things, what am I actually going to do about it in the here and now? What action steps can I take? So on Friday, doing your research is really going to benefit you greatly. Networking and socializing are easy and fun to do and may make you aware of new information that could benefit you in some way. You're grounded, you're sensible, and you can easily make plans for the future. And if you come across something where a decision is required, you're able to come to a decision very easily because you do have all this information at your fingertips. So if there's something where you haven't been able to get to the truth or you haven't been able to find out what you need, Friday is a fabulous day to research and to gather information. You'll come across stuff that you missed before or that wasn't available to you before, it appears. Saturday, the 18th of December, we've got a full moon in Gemini. So I'm going to make a separate video on this. I always make separate videos on the full moons and the new moons, and I put the chart up so you can see exactly what it looks like. The full moon is when the moon reaches its completion point in its 28-day cycle, and it lets go of a lot of energy. So that's why a lot of people have problems sleeping, or they feel somewhat restless because there's so much energy floating around. This energy, though, is very positive because it's Gemini, makes you very personable, future-oriented, and able to simplify and to make sense of things. You don't get muddled in Gemini. So things are pretty clear. The Gemini moon then opposes the sun in Sagittarius, obviously, because it is a full moon. The Gemini moon trines Jupiter in Aquarius, so ideas now hugely amplified. It squares Neptune in Pisces, so not so interested on the inner truths or imagination or gentle home experiences. It's much more about creating new content. And in quincunx is Venus and Pluto in Capricorn, so this willingness to work and to get busy. Mercury in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries. Okay, so I think this may make you a little work shy. It's like, oh my God, I've been working for 9 hours. That's barbaric. I need to stop and rest. Okay, so yeah, you're not gonna, it's unlikely that you're gonna overdo it on Saturday the 18th. I really don't think that's a risk. What you are looking to do is to have a good time, and you really can enter the festive spirit on Saturday the 18th. Remember though, it's the day before the Venus retrograde, so it's your final day to do things, to launch new things that you care about in some sort of practical, genuine way. So don't make it all party and fun. Try and do something productive too, if you need to. Where was I? How does that happen? So yes, the Gemini moon trines Jupiter in Aquarius, it squares Neptune in Pisces and in and then Mercury in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries. I mentioned that already. Oh yeah, that's the work shy. All right. So yeah, have a great time. Celebrate. Social functions, again, like the day before, are going to be super positive and enjoyable and fun. You may receive important information on Saturday through some sort of social function or conversational event or something like that, that pertains to your work specifically. And that's going to serve as a heads up, that's going to allow you to take action in a way that's very time sensitive and that works in your favor. So you get a clue here. Yeah, you do. Sunday, the 19th of December, we do have the Venus going retrograde now until the 29th of January 2022. Chiron, the wounded healer, that goes direct. So there's more opportunity to turn things around in a real world sense now for the next couple of months. The Gemini moon trines Jupiter in Aquarius. So again, your ideas are inspired. You're really able to come up with some eureka stuff. The moon enters Cancer at 10:42 in the morning. So now it becomes a little bit quieter. And with the Venus retrograde kind of saying, okay, here's the wall, stop. Cancer also, the moon in Cancer is also kind of like that because it says, no, don't take care of your work so much. Take care of your family, you know? Like, what are you doing? So things kind of go, they go inward. It's like the home life sphere now is very important. The Cancer moon opposes Mercury in Capricorn, so again, work, oh no. Squares Chiron in Aries, my interest is the most important interest. And in quincunx is Saturn in Aquarius, so I do have an appreciation for what other people are telling me and what they know. Yes, I'm listening. And Mars in Sagittarius, but ultimately, I want to have the experience in the adventure. I'm not so interested in hearing your lessons about it. I like to have that experience myself. That may sound fabulous and wonderful, but you know, when you're a teenager, other people do know better. Unfortunately, well, and if you're willing to listen to what these people, which most teenagers aren't, I certainly wasn't willing to. Okay, I'm speaking for myself here, I suppose. But if you listen to other people's, cautionary tales, you can often avoid experiencing that yourself. So it's not always the best to say, yes, I need to do it I need to learn the hard way. No, you don't. And on Sunday, again, I think the whole long weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you should keep your eyes and your ears open because you may get some really useful info that saves you a lot of time and effort. The Sun in Sagittarius sextiles Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, remember. It's in Aquarius, your ideas. Sagittarius is about let's gallop off somewhere. So you really want to discover some new ways of approaching things and looking at the world and experiencing it. So now, of course, like I've said before, it's not such a great time to start a new business or to get into a new relationship. You become more focused on the year ahead and start to think about what you'd like to experience. So you may get some good advice from a mentor, a family member, a friend, or a colleague, so do pay attention and have a fabulous time. It looks like a really good, optimistic, kind of fast-paced week. So I hope you have a great time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just scroll down a little bit until you get to the book your reading button. Click on that to order your reading with me. I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology in my personal readings. So if you have any questions about what's coming up for you in 2022, or you have questions about your own strengths and weaknesses, or what you feel is kind of destined for you, get in touch for a personal reading. We can have a look at that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, share the video online. Have an amazing week, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.